Shalom and welcome back to the Cepher Daily Readings. Thank you for stopping by to follow along. I am Trish. All praise and glory to the Most High Yahweh, our Father, our Creator, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahushua HaMashiach. Thank you, Father, for this time, and thank you for your glory. Thank you for your grace, and thank you for your mercy. Every morning I arise out of bed, that is mercy. Every time I get to lay my head down at the end of the day, that is mercy. Thank you for that time, and thank you for the word that became flesh. And may this be a blessing to you, and may it glorify our Father. And I hope you've been reading and studying. We are in the book of Enoch, Chanoch, chapter 91. And now, my son Methuselah, call to me all your brethren, and assemble for me all the children of your mother. For a voice calls me, and the Ruachoth is poured out upon me, that I may show you everything which shall happen to you forever. Then Methuselah went, called to him all his brethren, and assembled his kindred, and conversing with all his children in truth, said, Hear, my children, every word of your father, and listen in uprightness to the voice of my mouth. For I would gain your attention while I address you. My beloved, be attached to integrity and walk in it. Approach not integrity with a double heart, nor be associated with double-minded men. But walk, my children, in righteousness, which will conduct you in good paths, and let truth be your companion. For I know that oppression will exist and prevail on earth, that on earth great punishment shall in the end take place, and that there shall be a consummation of all iniquity, which shall be cut off from its root, and every fabric shall pass away. Iniquity, however, shall again be renewed, and consummated on earth. Every act of crime and every act of oppression and impiety shall be a second time embraced. When therefore iniquity, sin, blasphemy, tyranny, and every work shall increase, and transgression, impiety, and uncleanness also shall increase, upon them all shall great punishment be inflicted from heaven. The holy Yahuwah shall go forth in wrath, and upon them all shall great punishment from heaven be inflicted. The holy Yahuwah shall go forth in wrath and with punishment, that he may execute judgment upon earth. In those days oppression shall be cut off from its roots, and iniquity with fraud shall be eradicated, perishing from under heaven. All the idols of the nations shall be surrendered with its inhabitants. With fire shall it be burnt. They shall be brought from every path of the earth and be cast into a judgment of fire. They shall perish in wrath, and by a judgment overpowering them forever. Righteousness shall be raised up from slumber, and wisdom shall be raised up and conferred upon them. Then shall the roots of iniquity be cut off, sinners perish by the sword, and blasphemers be annihilated everywhere. Those who meditate oppression and those who blaspheme by the sword shall perish. And now, my children, I will describe and point out to you the path of righteousness and the path of oppression. I will again point them out to you, that you may know what is to come. Hear now, my children, and walk in the path of righteousness, but shun that of oppression, for all who walk in the path of iniquity shall perish forever. Chapter 92. That which was written by Chanoch, he wrote all this instruction of wisdom for every man of dignity, and every judge of the earth, for all my children who shall dwell upon earth, and for subsequent generations, conducting themselves uprightly and peaceably. Let not your Ruachoth be grieved on account of the times, for the Holy, the Great One, has prescribed a period to all. Let the righteous man arise from slumber. Let him arise and proceed in the path of righteousness, in all its paths, and let him advance in goodness and eternal clemency. Mercy shall be showed to the righteous man. Upon him shall be conferred integrity and power forever. In goodness and in righteousness shall he exist, and shall walk in everlasting light. But sin shall perish in eternal darkness, nor be seen from that time forward forevermore. Chapter 93. After this, Chanoch began to speak from a Cepher, and Chanoch said, concerning the children of righteousness, concerning the elect of the world, and concerning the plant of righteousness and integrity. These things will I speak of, and will I explain to you, my children. I am Chanoch, in consequence of that which has been shown to me, from my heavenly vision, and from the voice of the watchers and holy ones, have I acquired knowledge, and from the tablet of heaven have I acquired understanding. Chanoch then began to speak from a Cepher, and said, I have been born the seventh in the first week, while judgment and righteousness wait with patience. But after me in the second week, great wickedness shall arise, and fraud shall spring forth. In that week the end of the first shall take place, in which man will be saved. But when it is completed, iniquity shall grow up, and he shall execute the decree upon sinners. Afterwards, in the third week, during its completion, a man of the plant of righteous judgment shall be selected, and after him the plant of righteousness shall come forever. Subsequently, in the fourth week, during its completion, the visions of the holy and the righteous shall be seen, the order of generation after generation, and a habitation shall be made for them. Then in the fifth week, during its completion, the house of glory and of dominion shall be erected forever. After that, in the sixth week, all those who are in it shall be darkened. The hearts of all of them shall be forgetful of wisdom, and in it shall a man arise and come forth. And during its completion, he shall burn the house of dominion with fire, and all the race of the elect root shall be dispersed. Afterwards, in the seventh week, a perverse generation shall arise. Abundant shall be its deeds, and all its deeds perverse. During its completion, the righteous shall be selected from the everlasting plant of righteousness, and to them shall be given the sevenfold doctrine of his whole creation. Afterwards, there shall be another week, the eighth of righteousness, to which shall be given a sword to execute judgment and justice upon all oppressors. Sinners shall be delivered up into the hands of the righteous, who during its completion shall acquire habitations by their righteousness. And the house of the great king shall be established for celebrations forever. After this, in the ninth week, shall the judgment of righteousness be revealed to the whole world. Every work of the wicked shall disappear from the whole earth. The world shall be marked for destruction, and all men shall be on the watch for the path of integrity. And after this, on the seventh day of the 10th week, there shall be an everlasting judgment, which shall be executed upon the watchers, and the spacious eternal heaven shall spring forth in the midst of the angels. The former heaven shall depart and pass away. A renewed heaven shall appear, and all the celestial powers shine with sevenfold splendor forever. Afterwards, likewise, shall there be many weeks, which shall externally exist in the goodness and in righteousness. Neither shall sin be named there forever and ever. Who is there of all the children of men capable of hearing the voice of the Holy One without emotion? Who is there capable of thinking his thoughts? Who is capable of contemplating all the workmanship of heaven? Who of comprehending the deeds of heaven? He may behold its animation, but not its Ruachoth. He may be capable of conversing, but not of ascending. He may see all the boundaries of these things and meditate upon them, but he can make nothing like them. Who of all men is able to understand the breadth and length of the earth? By whom have been seen the dimensions of all these things? Is it every man who is capable of comprehending the extent of heaven, what its elevation is, and by what it is supported? How many are the numbers of the stars, and where all the luminaries remain at rest? Chapter 94. And now let me exhort you, my children, to love righteousness and to walk in it, for the cycles of righteousness are worthy of acceptation. But the paths of iniquity shall suddenly fail and be diminished. To men of note in their generation, the paths of oppression and death are revealed, but they keep far from them and do not follow them. Now, too, let me exhort you, righteous, not to walk in the paths of evil and oppression, nor in the paths of death. Approach them not, that you may not perish, but covet, and choose for yourselves righteousness and a good life. Walk in the paths of peace, that you may live and be found worthy. Retain my words in your inmost thoughts, and obliterate them not from your hearts. For I know that sinners counsel men to commit crime craftily. They are not found in every place, nor does every counsel possess a little of them. Woe to those who build iniquity and oppression, and who lay the foundation of fraud, for suddenly shall they be subverted, and never obtain peace. Woe to those who build up their houses with crime, for from their very foundations shall their houses be demolished, and by the sword shall they fall. Those too who acquire gold and silver shall justly and suddenly perish. Woe to you who are rich, for in your riches have you trusted, but from your riches shall you be removed, because you have not remembered El Elyon in the days of your prosperity. You have committed blasphemy and iniquity, and are destined to the day of the effusion of blood, to the day of darkness, and to the day of the great judgment. This I will declare and point out to you, that he who created you will destroy you. When you fall, he will not show you mercy, but your Creator will rejoice in your destruction. Let those, then, who shall be righteous among you in those days detest sinners and the wicked. Chapter 95. Oh, that my eyes were clouds of water, that I might weep over you, and pour forth my tears like rain, and rest from the sorrow of my heart. Who has permitted you to hate and to transgress? Judgment shall overtake you, you sinners. The righteous shall not fear the wicked, because Elohim will again bring them into your power, that you may avenge yourselves of them according to your pleasure. Woe to you who shall be so bound by execrations, that you cannot be released from them, the remedy being far from removed from you on account of your sins. Woe to you who recompense your neighbor with evil, for you shall be recompensed according to your works. Woe to you, false witnesses, you who aggravate iniquity, for you shall suddenly perish. Woe to you, sinners, for you reject the righteous, for you receive or reject those who do iniquity, and their yoke shall prevail over you. Chapter 96. Wait in hope, you righteous, for suddenly shall sinners perish from before you, and you shall exercise dominion over them, according to your will. In the day of the sufferings of sinners, your offspring shall be elevated and lifted up like eagles. Your nest shall be more exalted than that of the Avest. You shall ascend and enter into the cavities of the earth, and into the clefts of the rocks forever, like conies from the sight of the wicked. Who shall groan over you and weep like sirens? You shall not fear those who trouble you, for restoration shall be yours. A splendid light shall shine around you, and the voice of tranquility shall be heard from heaven. Woe to you, sinners, for your wealth makes you resemble Kodeshim, but your hearts reproach you that you are sinners. This world shall testify against you for the remembrance of crime. Woe to you who feed upon the glory of the grain, and drink the strength of the deepest spring, and in your power tread down the humble. Woe to you who drink water at pleasure, for suddenly shall you be recompensed, consumed and withered, because you have forsaken the foundation of life. Woe to you who act iniquitously, fraudulently, and blasphemously. There shall be a remembrance against you for evil. Woe to you, powerful, who with power strikes down righteousness. For the day of your destruction shall come, At that very time many and good days shall be the portion of the righteous, at the period of your judgment. Chapter 97. The righteous are confident that sinners will be disgraced and perish in the day of iniquity. You shall yourselves be conscious of it, for El Elyon will remember your destruction, and the angel shall rejoice over it. What will you do, sinners? And where will you fly in the day of judgment, when you shall hear the words of the prayer of the righteous? You are not like them who in this respect witness against you. You are associates of sinners. In those days shall the prayers of the righteous come up before Yahuwah. When the day of your judgment shall arrive, and every circumstance of your iniquity be related before the great and the Holy One, your faces shall be covered with shame, while every deed strengthened by crime shall be rejected. Woe unto you, sinners, who in the midst of the sea and on dry land are those against whom an evil record exists. Woe to you who squander silver and gold, not obtained in righteousness, and say, we are rich, possess wealth, and have acquired everything which we can desire. Now then, we will do whatsoever we are disposed to do, for we have amassed silver, our barns are full, and the husbandmen of our families are like overflowing water. Like water shall your falsehood pass away, for your wealth will not be permanent, but shall suddenly ascend from you, because you have obtained it all iniquitously. To extreme malediction shall you be delivered up. And now I swear to you, crafty as well as simple ones, that you, often contemplating the earth, you men, clothe yourselves more elegantly than married women, and both together more so than a woman and more colored than a girl. Everywhere in majesty, in magnificence, in authority, and in silver, but gold, purple, honor, and wealth, like water, flow away. Erudition, therefore, and wisdom are not theirs. Thus shall they perish, together with their riches, with all their glory, and with their honors. While with disgrace, with slaughter, and an extreme penury, shall their Ruachoth be thrust into a furnace of fire. I have sworn to you, sinners, that neither mountain nor hill has been or shall be subservient to woman. Neither in this way has crime been sent down to us upon earth, but men of their own heads have invented it, and greatly shall those who give it efficiency be execrated. Barrenness shall not be previously inflicted on woman, but on account of the work of her hands shall she die childless. I have sworn to you, sinners, by the Holy and the Great One, that all your evil deeds are disclosed in the heavens, and that none of your oppressive acts are concealed and secret. Think not in your minds, neither say in your hearts that every crime is not manifested and seen. In heaven it is daily written down before El Elyon. Henceforward shall it be manifested. For every act of oppression which you commit shall be daily recorded, until the period of your condemnation. Woe to you, simple ones, for you shall perish in your simplicity. To the wise you will not listen, and that which is good you shall not obtain. Now, therefore, know that you are destined to the day of destruction, nor hope that sinners shall live. But in process of time you shall die, for you are not marked for redemption, but are destined to the day of the great judgment, to the day of distress, and the extreme ignominy of your souls. Woe to you, obdurate in heart, who commit crime and feed on blood. Whence do you feed on good things, drink, and are satiated? Is it not because our Adonai, El Elyon, has abundantly supplied every good thing upon earth? To you there shall not be peace. Woe to you who love the deeds of iniquity. Why do you hope for that which is good? Know that you shall be given up into the hands of the righteous, who shall cut off your necks, slay you, and show you no compassion. Woe to you who rejoice in the trouble of the righteous, for a grave shall not be dug for you. Woe to you who frustrate the word of the righteous, for to you there shall be no hope of life. Woe to you who write down the word of falsehood and the word of the wicked, for their falsehood they record, that they may hear and not forget folly. To them there shall be no peace, but they shall surely die suddenly. Chapter 98. Woe to them who act impiously, who laud and honor the word of falsehood. You have been lost in perdition, and have never led a virtuous life. Woe to you who change the words of integrity. They transgress against the eternal Torah, and cause the heads of those who are not sinners to be trodden down upon the earth. In those days, you, O righteous, shall have been deemed worthy of having your prayers rise up in remembrance, and shall have deposited them in testimony before the angels, that they might record the sins of the sinners in the presence of El Elyon. In those days the nations shall be overthrown, but the families of the nations shall rise again in the day of perdition. In those days they who become pregnant shall go forth, carry off their children, and forsake them. Their offspring shall slip from them, and while suckling them shall they forsake them. They shall never return to them, and never instruct their beloved. Again, I swear to you, sinners, that crime has been prepared for the day of blood, which never ceases. They shall worship stones and engrave golden, silver, and wooden images. They shall worship impure Ruachoth, demons, and every idol, in temples, but no help shall be obtained for them. Their hearts shall become impious through their folly, and their eyes be blinded with the fear of their hearts. In their visionary dreams shall they be impious and superstitious, lying in all their actions and worshipping a stone. Altogether shall they perish. But in those days blessed shall they be to whom the word of wisdom is delivered, who point out and pursue the path of El Elyon, who walk in the way of righteousness, and who act not impiously with the impious. They shall be saved. Woe to you who expand the crime of your neighbor, for in Sheol shall you be slain. Woe to you who lay the foundation of sin and deceit, and who are bitter on earth, for on it shall you be consumed. Woe to you who build your houses by the labor of others, every part of which is constructed with brick and with stone of crime. I tell you that you shall not obtain peace. Woe to you who despise the extent of the everlasting inheritance of your fathers, while your souls follow after idols. For to you there shall be no tranquility. Woe to them who commit iniquity and give aid to blasphemy, who slay their neighbor until the day of the great judgment. For your glory shall fall. Malevolence shall he put into your hearts, and the Ruach of his wrath shall stir you up, that every one of you may perish by the sword. Then shall all the righteous and the holy remember your crimes. Chapter 99. In those days shall fathers be struck down with their children in the presence of each other, and brethren with their brethren shall fall dead, until a river shall flow from their blood. For a man shall not restrain his hand from his children, nor from his children's children. His mercy will be to kill them. Nor shall the sinner restrain his hand from his honored brother. From the dawn of day to the setting sun shall the slaughter continue. The horse shall wade up to his breast, and the chariot shall sink to its axle in the blood of sinners. Chapter 100. In those days the angels shall descend into places of concealment, and gather together in one spot all that have assisted in crime. In that day shall El Elyon rise up to execute the great judgment upon all sinners, and to commit the guardianship of all the righteous and holy to the holy angels, that they may protect them as the apple of an eye, until every evil and every crime be annihilated. Whether or not the righteous sleep securely, wise men shall then truly perceive, and the sons of the earth shall understand every word of that Cepher, knowing that their riches cannot save them in the ruin of their crimes. Woe to you sinners when you shall be afflicted on account of the righteous in the day of the great trouble, shall be burnt in the fire, and be recompensed according to your deeds. Woe to you, perverted in heart, who are watchful to obtain an accurate knowledge of evil, and to discover terrors. No one shall assist you. Woe to you, sinners, for with the words of your mouths and with the work of your hands have you acted impiously. In the flame of a blazing fire shall you be burnt. And now know that the angels shall inquire into your conduct in heaven, of the sun, the moon, and the stars, respecting your sins. For upon earth you exercise jurisdiction over the righteous. Every cloud shall bear witness against you, the snow, the dew, and the rain, for all of them shall be withheld from you, that they may not descend upon you, nor become subservient to your crimes. Now then, bring gifts of salutation to the rain, that, not being withheld, it may descend upon you, and to the dew, if it has received from you gold and silver. But when the frost, snow, cold, every snowy wind, and every suffering belonging to them fall upon you, in those days you will be utterly incapable of standing before them. Chapter 101. All you progeny of heaven, attentively consider heaven, and all the works of El Elyon. Fear him, nor conduct yourselves criminally before him. If he shut up the windows of heaven, restraining the rain and dew, that it may not descend upon the earth on your account, what will you do? And if he send his wrath upon you and upon all your deeds, you are not they who can supplicate him, you who utter against his righteousness language proud and powerful. To you there shall be no peace. Do you not see the commanders of ships, how their vessels are tossed about by the waves, torn to pieces by the winds, and exposed to the greatest peril? That they therefore fear, because their whole property is embarked with them on the ocean, and that they forebode evil in their hearts, because it may swallow them up, and they may perish in it. Is not the whole sea, all its waters, and all its commotion, the work of him, El Elyon, of him who has sealed up all its exertions, and girded it on every side with sand? At his rebuke dried up and alarmed, while all its fish with everything in it die? And will not you, sinners, who are on earth, fear him? Is not he the maker of heaven and earth and of all things which are in them? And who has given erudition and wisdom to all that move upon the earth and over the sea? Are not the commanders of ships terrified at the ocean? And shall not sinners be terrified at El Elyon? Chapter 102. In those days, when he shall cast the calamity of fire upon you, whither will you fly, and where will you be safe? And when he sends forth his words against you, are you not spared and terrified? All the luminaries are agitated with great fear, and all the earth is spared, while it trembles and suffers anxiety. All the angels fulfill the commands received by them, and are desirous of being concealed from the presence of the great glory, while the children of the earth are alarmed and troubled. But you, sinners, are forever accursed. To you there shall be no peace. Fear not, souls of the righteous, but wait with patient hope for the day of your death in righteousness. Grieve not, because your souls descend in great trouble, with groaning, lamentation, and sorrow, to the receptacle of the dead. In your lifetime your bodies have not received a recompense in your proportion to your goodness, but in the period of your existence sinners have existed, in the period of execration and of punishment. And when you die, sinners say concerning you, as we die, the righteous die. What profit have they in their works? Behold, like us, they expire in sorrow and in darkness. What advantage have they over us? Henceforward are we equal. What will we be within their gaps? What will be within their grasp, and what before their eyes forever? For behold, they are dead, and never will they again perceive the light. I say unto you, sinners, You have been satisfied with meat and drink, with the plunder of men and rapine, with sin, with the acquisition of wealth, and with the sight of good days. Have you not marked the righteous, how their end is in peace? For no oppression is found in them, even to the day of their death. They perish, and are as if they were not, while their souls descend in trouble to the receptacle of the dead. Chapter 103. But now I swear to you, righteous, by the greatness of his splendor and his glory, by his illustrious kingdom and by his majesty, to you I swear that I comprehend this mystery, that I have read the tablet of heaven, have seen the writing of the holy ones, and have discovered what is written and impressed on it concerning you, that all goodness, joy, and glory has been prepared for you, and been written down for the Ruachoth of them who die imminently righteous and good. To you it shall be given in return for your troubles, and your portion shall far exceed the portion of the living. The Ruachoth of you who die in righteousness shall exist and rejoice. Their Ruachoth shall exult, and their remembrance shall be before the face of El Elohim, from generation to generation. Nor shall they now fear disgrace. Woe to you sinners when you die in your sins, and they who are like you say respecting you, blessed are these sinners. They have lived out their whole period, and now they die in happiness and in wealth. Distress and slaughter they knew not while alive, in honor they die, nor ever in their lifetime did judgment overtake them. Has it not been shown to them that to the receptacle of the dead their souls shall be made to descend? Their evil deeds shall become their greatest torment? Into darkness, into the snare, and into the flame, which shall burn to the great judgment, shall their Ruachoth enter, and the great judgment shall take effect forever and ever. Woe to you, for to you there shall be no peace, neither can you say to the righteous and to the good who are alive, in the days of our trouble have we been afflicted, every trouble we have seen, and many evil things have suffered. Our Ruachoth have been consumed, lessened, and diminished. We have perished, nor has there been a possibility of help for us in word or in deed. We have found none but have been tormented and destroyed. We did not expect to live day after day. We hoped indeed to have been the head, but we have become the tail. We have been afflicted when we have exerted ourselves, but we have been devoured by sinners and the wicked. Their yoke has been heavy upon us. Those who exercised dominion over us, who detest and who goad us, and to those who hate us have we humbled our neck. But they have shown no compassion towards us. We have been desirous of escaping from them, that we might fly away and be at rest. But we have found no place to which we could fly, and be secure from them. We have sought an asylum with princes in our distress, and have cried out to those who were devouring us. But our cry has not been regarded, nor have they been disposed to hear our voice, but rather to assist those who plunder and devour us, those who diminish us and hide their oppression, who remove not their yoke from us, but devour, enervate, and slay us, who conceal our slaughter, nor remember that they have lifted up their hands against us. Chapter 104. I swear to you, righteous, that in heaven the angels record your goodness before the glory of El Elohim. Wait with patient hope, for formerly you have been disgraced with evil and with affliction, but now shall you shine like the luminaries of heaven. You shall be seen, and the gates of heaven shall be opened to you. Your cries have cried for judgment, and it has appeared to you, for an account of all your sufferings shall be required from the princes, and from heaven who has assisted your plunderers. Wait with patient hope, nor relinquish your confidence, for great joy shall be yours, like that of the angels in heaven. Conduct yourselves as you may, still you shall not be concealed in the day of the great judgment. You shall not be found like sinners, and eternal condemnation shall be far from you. so long as the world exists. And now fear not, righteous, when you see sinners flourishing and prosperous in their ways. Be not associated with them, but keep yourselves at a distance from their oppression. Be you associated with the host of heaven. You sinners say, all our transgressions shall not be taken account of and be recorded, but all your transgressions shall be recorded daily. And be assured by me that light and darkness, day and night, behold all your transgressions. Be not impious in your thoughts. Lie not, surrender not the word of uprightness. Lie not against the word of the holy and El Elohim. Glorify not your idols, for all your lying and all your impiety is not for righteousness, but for great crime. Now will I point out a mystery. Many sinners shall turn and transgress against the word of uprightness. They shall speak evil things, they shall utter falsehood, and create a great creation, and compose Cepher Reading in their own words. But when they shall write all my words correctly in their own languages, they shall neither change nor diminish them, but shall write them all correctly, all which from the first I have uttered concerning them. Another mystery also I point out. To the righteous and the wise shall be given Cepher Reading of joy, of integrity, and of great wisdom. To them shall Cepher Reading be given, in which they shall believe, and in which they shall rejoice, and all the righteous shall be rewarded. Who from these shall acquire the knowledge of every upright path? In those days, says Yahuwah, they shall call to the children of the earth, and make them listen to their wisdom. Show them that you are their leaders, and that remuneration shall take place over the whole earth. For I and my son will forever hold communion with them in the paths of uprightness, while they are still alive. Peace shall be yours. Rejoice, children of integrity, in the truth. Chapter 105. After a time, my son Methuselah took a woman for his son Lamech. She became pregnant by him, and brought forth a child, the flesh of which was as white as snow, and red as a rose, the hair of whose head was white like wool, and long, and whose eyes were beautiful. When he opened them, he illuminated all the house, like the sun. The whole house abounded with light. And when he was taken from the hand of the midwife, Lamech his father became afraid of him, and flying away came to his own father Methuselah, and said, I have begotten a son, unlike others. He is not of men, but resembling the offspring of the angels of heaven, is of a different nature, being altogether unlike to us. His eyes are as the rays of the sun, his countenance glorious, and his looks not as if he belonged to me, but to the angels. I am afraid, lest something miraculous should take place on earth in his days. And now, my father, let me entreat and request you to go to our progenitor Chanoch, and learn from him the truth, for his residence is with the angels. When Methuselah heard the words of his son, he came to me at the extremities of the earth, for he had been informed that I was there, and he cried out. I heard his voice, and went to him, saying, Behold, I am here, my son, since you have come to me. He answered and said, On account of a great event have I come to you, and on account of a sight difficult have I approached you. And now, my father, hear me, for to my son Lamech a child has been born, who resembles not him, and whose nature is not like the nature of man. His color is whiter than snow. He is redder than the rose. The hair of his head is whiter than white wool. His eyes are like the rays of the sun, and when he opened them, he illuminated the whole house. When also he was taken from the hand of the midwife, his father Lamech feared, and fled to me, believing not what belonged to him, but that he resembled the angels of heaven. And behold, I have come to you, that you might point out to me the truth. Then I, Chanoch, answered and said, Yahuwah will give effect to a new thing upon the earth. This have I explained and seen in a vision. I have shown you that in the generations of Yared, my father, those who were from heaven disregarded the word of Yahuwah. Behold, they committed crimes, laid aside their class, and intermingled with women. With them also they transgressed, married with them, and begat children, who are not like spiritual beings, but creatures of flesh. A great destruction, therefore, shall come upon all the earth, a deluge. A great destruction shall take place in 1 year. This child who is born to you, born to your son, shall survive on the earth, and his 3 sons shall be saved with him. When all mankind who are on the earth shall die, he shall be safe. And his posterity shall beget on the earth giants, not spiritual, but carnal. Upon the earth shall a great punishment be inflicted, and it shall be washed from all corruption. Now therefore inform your son Lamech that he who is born is his child in truth, and he shall call his name Noach, for he shall be to you a survivor. He and his children shall be saved from the corruption which shall take place in the world, from all the sin and from all the iniquity which shall be consummated on earth in his days. Afterwards shall greater impiety take place than that which had been before consummated on the earth. For I am acquainted with holy mysteries, which Yahuwah himself has discovered and explained to me, and which I have read in the tablets of heaven. In them I saw it written that generation after generation shall transgress, until a righteous race shall arise, until transgression and crime perish from off the earth, until all goodness come upon it. And now, my son, go tell your son Lamech that the child who is born is his child in truth, and that there is no deception. When Methuselah heard the word of his father Chanoch, who had shown him every secret thing, he returned with understanding, and called the name of that child Noach, because he was to console the earth on account of all its destruction. Another Cepher, which Chanoch wrote for his son Methuselah, and for those who should come after him, and guard their purity of conduct in the latter days. You who have labored shall wait in those days, until the evildoers be consumed, and the power of the guilty be annihilated. Wait until sin pass away, for their names shall be blotted out of the holy Cepher Reading, their seed shall be destroyed, and their Ruachoth slain. They shall cry out, and lament in the invisible waste, and in the bottomless fire shall they burn. There I perceived, as it were, a cloud which could not be seen through, for from the depth of it I was unable to look upwards. I beheld also a flame of fire blazing brightly, and, as it were, glittering mountains whirled around and agitated from side to side. Then I inquired of one of the holy angels who was with me, and said, What is splendid? For it is not heaven, but a flame of fire alone which blazes, and the clamor of exclamation, of woe, and of great suffering. He said, There, into that place which you behold, shall be thrust the Ruachoth of sinners and blasphemers, of those who shall do evil, and who shall pervert all which Elohim has spoken by the mouth of the prophets, all which they ought to do. For respecting these things there shall be writings and impressions above in heaven, that the angels may read them and know what shall happen both to sinners and to the Ruachoth of the humble, to those who have suffered in their bodies, but have been rewarded by Elohim, who have been injuriously treated by wicked men, who have loved Elohim, who have been attached neither to gold nor silver, nor to any good thing in the world, but have given their bodies to torment. To those who, from the period of their birth, have not been covetous of earthly riches, but have regarded themselves as a breath passing away. Such has been their conduct, and much has Yahuwah tried them, and their Ruachoth have been found pure. that they might bless his name. All their blessings have I related in a Cepher, and he has rewarded them. For they have been found to love heaven with an everlasting aspiration, while they have been trodden down by wicked men. They have heard from them revilings and blasphemies, and have been ignominiously treated, while they were blessing me. And now will I call the Ruachoth of the good from the generation of light, and will change those who have been born in darkness, who have not in their bodies been recompensed with glory, as their faith may have merited. I will bring them into the splendid light of those who love my holy name, and I will place each of them on a throne of glory his own, and they shall be at rest during unnumbered periods. Righteous is the judgment of Elohim, for to the faithful shall he give faith in the habitations of uprightness. They shall see those who have been born in darkness unto darkness shall be cast, while the righteous shall be at rest. Sinners shall cry out, beholding them, while they exist in splendor and proceed forwards to the days and periods prescribed to them. That is the end of the book of Enoch, the prophet Chanoch. Psalms, Tehilliym, chapter 63. A Mizmor of David, when he was in the wilderness of Yehudah. O Elohim, you are my El. Early will I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh longs for you in a dry and thirsty land, where no water is, to see your power and your glory, so as I have seen you in the sanctuary. Because your loving kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise you. Thus will I bless you while I live. I lift up my hands in your name. My soul shall be satisfied as with marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise you with joyful lips. When I remember you upon my bed and meditate on you in the night watches. Because you have been my help, therefore in the shadow of your wings will I rejoice. My soul follows hard after you. Your right hand upholds me. But those that seek my soul to destroy it shall go into the lower parts of the earth. They shall fall by the sword. They shall be a portion for foxes. But the king shall rejoice in Elohim. Everyone that swears by him shall glory. But the mouth of them that speak lies shall be stopped. Amen to that. Thank you, Most High Yahuwah, for this word. Thank you for this time to study the word, to read your word. And in the name of your Son, Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit, I ask for understanding, for courage, to be obedient in these times to you, Father. Be obedient to the Father. Keep his commandments. Walk after Yahweh Shai Yahusha HaMashiach. And thank you to the Son for willingly giving his life for you, for me. We are saved through grace, but we honor the Father by keeping his commandments. Disassociate yourselves from pagan ways, from idolatry, from worshiping false gods. We are only to worship the one true Father, the one true God, Elohim, Yahuwah, the Most High. So thank you again. Yah willing, I will see you in the next reading. Shalom.